this time?
Yep. Okay.
Alright.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Blood Eye Jackson, and welcome to the Friday Show, episode 3, Speaking on God's Plan. I'm here with my boy D-Rock.
It's D-Rock. You already know how it is. If you know him, you know me. If I know, you know how it goes, man. I'm tired. We had a long day.
Yeah.
It was working. Getting it done, you know.
It was a very, very long day. It's my brother. You'll see more of him, hopefully. But you dig what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And this is actually my first in-person feature, which is crazy.
I'm the first in-person feature, people. Because I'm the GOAT. And all of y'all suck. Y'all are trash. Horrible friends.
Trash.
No, give me the mic. Y'all are terrible friends. It does not take much to be a friend. Literally, you could check up on me once a week. You could check up on him once a week. What's y'all are lazy. I don't care what no one says.
Like, where's you at? Okay, but that's neither here or there. Listen, so right now we're speaking on God's plan. And when I mean God's plan, this is basically the story about how this show came into fruition. And you can even share a story of your personal story about anything that was God's plan for you and things of that nature. So this is what the story. So I originally became a filmmaker at the age of 15 years old once I moved to the West Pullman area. And during that time of my life, I aspired to be like Spike Lee, like Robert Townsend, like corporate entertainment, like Lena Waithe, like Marseille Martin, etc. List goes on. A lot of people who was in cinema. I aspired to be them because I love the visual art of cinema and things of that nature. So I decided to dive into it. But then after that, after my first movie, The Conversation You're Afraid to Have, I realized that I definitely had the potential and I definitely could do this. So later on, I was thinking to myself, I've done a movie, so why not do a show? So the first time I ever tried to do a show was in 2019. It was called The Root of Ellis. I edited, produced, and everything in regards of the trailer and things of that nature, which got a lot of attention and got a lot of love from the people in which I loved. And it was so popular in my school to the point that I was able to get a cast of people. But with that, a lot of people were very adamant in the whole idea of not really following the whole entire writing, and instead we would also have a lot of arguments and friction in regards to how the storyline should be. So the day that we were supposed to record, nobody showed up. The second time that I tried to do a show was Lesson Learned, but due to the passing of my grandmother, and which caused both my mother and I to have to move in with my auntie to stay with her for I think a year and a half, that didn't work either. The third time I tried to have a show was called The Introduction, introducing people to new topics and history and etc. List goes on. And then that didn't happen either. And then the fourth time I tried it, I had an animation show. I had an episode 1, but then later on, storage was a problem, and my phone was the only way I edited, and still the only way I edited. So with that, everything was just going down in my life, and it was getting to the point where it seemed like everything that I tried to manifest in regards of a show and things of that nature would never come into fruition. So 2 or 3 years later, I'm in my gap year of college. I'm going through a lot of insecurity. I've had a lot of friend breakups. I've had a lot of people who betrayed me. I had a lot of people who really were mean to me on the phone screen, but not mean to my face. I had a lot of people who would really expose who they were to me, and I didn't know that. Or if I knew, it was because it was towards someone else, but it was never towards me, because I thought that we had that camaraderie and that connection. So later on one day, I was in the bed, and I remember I was tired. And then out of nowhere, a voice in my head was like, you should do a show. And after that, I was like, oh shoot, when? And then after that, I said, right now. And I was like, right now? And it was like, right now. And then after that, I was like, why? It's like, just do it now. So it's 11:59 p.m. I am tired, dog. And when I'm telling you I'm tired, I'm off the walls tired. So next thing you know, as I'm off the walls tired, next thing you know, I get up. I get a handle that holds my phone up. And then after that, I start speaking about random topics on my mic. And then I titled the video Lessons and Segments with Mr. Jackson. So then after that, once I titled it Lessons and Segments with Mr. Jackson, you know, it was something to look forward to. And people were laughing, people were rocking with it, people was jocking it. And due to people jocking it and people rocking with it, eventually it became a hit. And then after that, later on, I started doing it on, and I realized that I could actually do a show now. And the idea of a show wasn't so bizarre anymore. The idea of a show wasn't so impossible anymore. And I know for a fact that this show was with the help of God. And then later on, my mother said you should name it the Friday Show, which at first I was mad at her for, because I was like, no, it's Lessons and Segments with Mr. Jackson. But then after that, she was like, no, think about it, the Friday Show is more marketable, it's easier to say. So after that, I was like, you know what, I bet. And here we are. Now I have my own show, something that I've been trying to get since I was 15 years old. And here we are. And I know that I could not do that without the support of or the advice from the creators. So when I do this show, I know for a fact that this is not just me doing this show, but this was God's plan for me to do this show. And I am forever grateful for the opportunity in which God has given me and has in some way, shape, or form used me as a vessel for his vision for me. And I just pray and I hope, and every single day I grind for this to be a show for people to remember and for people to hold great memories to. The idea of my art is to inspire and create experiences. And I feel that this show will do that. So, yeah. Yep. And that's the story of the show. Guys, play it. Oh, bro. Mind you, it's only recording right now on this, so that clapping did not sound right.